Hi, and welcome to episode 77 of the Cat Lady podcast. It's been a while, sorry. I've kind of been hibernating is what I've been kind of telling myself because it's just dreary and cold and I just don't want to leave the house. Just want to sleep, just like my new co-host here, this big old bear. Just thought I'd bring him along today. This was one of David's Christmas presents, so. He's a big old fluffy cuddly bear, 53 inches, so he's bigger than David, so it's pretty funny. If I remember, I'll put a picture in of David with the bear. And yeah, this is the best I could do today. I'm out of hairspray, so my hair is just kind of like doing what it wants to do. Barely out of my pajamas. Recording in my bedroom today, so it's a little cluttery over there, but whatever, you can see my little stash, so anyways, but you know, I'm dragging myself here to finally get this recorded because I've been hanging on to some notes for a while and I've just been meaning to record, and it's like, okay, maybe next week, maybe next week, maybe next week. So finally, so let's get back on track here. It's almost the end of the month already and it's time to get back on track. So I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. We had a really good Christmas, we had a good New Year, and everything went really well. Kids had it felt like a really long break. The weather was really cold, so they couldn't go out. We didn't go outside at all. Like really, we didn't go outside at all because it was all -20 wind chill half the time. And then when they finally did start school again, we had a snow day the day after they started. So they literally went back to school for a day, and then they had a snow day. Then the following week they had another cold day. It was too cold, and then they had Martin Luther King Day off, and then they have this Friday off for end of marking period, teacher development day, whatever. So yeah, I'm just ready to be back into the normal swing of things, and I feel like we're still just jumbling through. So anyways, I never really introduced myself. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's 2 T's, craft all the things. So welcome. If this is the first time you're checking me out, I apologize. This is just, I'm not at my best. But that's, if you go back and watch previous episodes, I am who I am. I don't pretend to be anything else. I don't get myself all gussied up. Occasionally, when, you know, I'm in the mood. But, you know, if I'm not in the mood to put the makeup on and put the hand knits on and whatever for the show, then I don't. So sometimes I record here, sometimes I record downstairs. You never know what you're going to get with me sometimes, so, and that's okay. But you can find me on the internet as The Cat Lady on Instagram. I have a Facebook group, The Cat Lady Podcast. I also have a Ravelry group, The Cat Lady Podcast, so go check those out. You know, I try to do giveaways and stuff, but there hasn't been that much interest. So, you know, I was offered a subscriber giveaway, and no, I never really got to there. So, you know, it is what it is. So, but occasionally I do like to do giveaways and if people have patterns they want to give away and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, so if you have interest in giveaways, you know, spread the word, tell people, and you know, if I'll actually have people participate, then you know, I do like to do giveaways. So but again, I'm just a low-key podcast, you know. I'm never gonna reach the status of thousands, and you know, that's okay. I'm pretty active on Instagram as the Cat Lady, so that's where you'll find most of my goings-ons, so feel free to follow me there. Podcast news, I do have a retreat that I am setting up, and it is a go. I sent in my check, a couple other ladies are sending in payments, so it is set for June 20th through 22nd. It's a Friday through Sunday. It is in Oxford, Michigan. It's called the Be Creative Retreat. The max amount is 12, so right now we have 3 total, so we're looking for 9. There's 9 spots open. You need to send a deposit of $60 now. I think the total was, I don't remember what the total was. I didn't write it down. All the information is in the Ravelry group with the price and everything, but if we get a full booked, I think we need at least 9. We can do I'm planning to do the full frills option, what she calls it, and it includes all your meals and all your snacks and drinks. Not alcoholic, but you can bring your own alcoholic beverages, so, you know, beer and wine, whatever. But it's just going to be a relaxing weekend with knitting and eating and drinking and being merry, pretty much. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I've been to one of these retreats before, and it wasn't craft related. It was just a birthday party, but it was so much fun. We each get our own little station, and again, any kind of crafting, scrapbooking, sewing, knitting, crocheting, spinning, and you bring your wheel, but each person gets their own pretty large craft space with plugs and lights, and or there's plugs scattered out, whatever, for if you're sewing or something. And a big comfy like office chair, so you get your own space to knit and craft and do whatever you want. And then again, she'll provide all the meals, so I think it's Friday dinner, Saturday breakfast, lunch, dinner, Sunday brunch. And again, all the snacks that she'll have, like random snacks included, and pop, tea, coffee, whatever. So yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. And it's a really nice little secluded, it's a secluded area in a busy area. So I mean, you know, 5-10 minutes, there's a big shopping area and whatever. It's only like 20 minutes from my house, so it's very convenient for me. And all my Michigan friends, of course, but anyone's welcome. So, you know, if you want a little summer getaway for a weekend, feel free to sign up. And again, the deposit's $60 that's due at your convenience. I think with the three we have held the date now, and yeah, I think everything's due, like full payments due like a month prior. But again, I have all that information listed in my podcast group on Ravelry. So, and if you have any questions, please feel free to either message me on Ravelry, or you can email me at craftycatlady, which is the same as my YouTube handle there, so at gmail.com. So yeah, I'm hoping to fill the spaces. Again, if she will open it up to her little public forum, like she's got a Facebook group and whatever, to fill any additional spaces that are left if we don't meet the minimum. So, you know, that's fine. I'll meet some more crafty people. So either way, I'm going, so I'm gonna have a good time. So I hope to see you guys there. And again, any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. That's it for podcast news. Again, if I reach, I'll mention last time, if I reach 500, which my numbers have fallen again, so it's a little further to go. I was at like 5 away, now I'm at like 15 or something. I will do a giveaway. So on to knitting. So finished objects. I do not have one of them with me because it's my husband's hat, which if you watched the previous episode, you saw most of the hat. It was not completed, but it was almost completed. But he is wearing it. He takes it to work with him every day, so I don't have it. But I have a picture, so I will put in a picture of the finished hat. It is the Challenger hat. It was a very simple ribbed hat using Premier Yarns Everyday Soft Worsted, black. I kind of want to make him another one. It was kind of an enjoyable pattern. It was so simple. It was just 2x2 ribbed all the way around. I had made it, I think I made like 9.5 inches, and then did the decreases. He tried it, and I put in a lifeline because I was smart, because I wasn't sure, and thankfully. So I put in the lifeline, I did the decreases, I put it on, and it was a little short, like, because he wanted the folded brim. So I forgot to write down the final measurements. I'm sure I can probably tell where I started decreasing if I look carefully on the hat, so I'll have to measure, but I think it was like 10.5 inches. So if I'm going to be safe, I could probably go 10.5 inches, because you could roll it a tad more and then do the decreases. So I might do another one. I don't know if he wants another black one. It's very plain. He likes things simple. I might try to convince him for gray. He's like, why do you always do gray? Because gray is easier to knit than black. So, and you already have a black one, so maybe we'll do a dark gray one. So that's on the agenda. And then my other finished object were my main mitts, as I called them, and they were the Maine Morning Mitts by Clara Parks. The Challenger hat, I didn't write down the person. It was a free pattern on Ravelry. Check out my Ravelry page. It is updated. There's pictures there too. I do need to get a good picture with him wearing it. I took a snapshot and I didn't like how it turned out, so gotta pull out my nice camera and try to get a good picture. But these are my main mitts. This is in Line Brand Vanish Choice in the peacock colorway. I go back and forth. I like using the acrylic, the kind of cheapy acrylic for something like this, because they get worn pretty fast. But are they getting like overly worn because it's cheapy acrylic? Because it's like I'm already getting a lot of fuzzy pilling, but the things like anytime I put on my kids' coats, they get stuck to the Velcro. So like I think I would faint if I was using some really nice wool and I keep snagging them on a Velcro. So I don't know, you tell me, is wool less snaggable? I doubt it. So again, I got a little like pill remover. I'll go through it here and there. But these are, I'm digging in and out of my pockets with these. I'm pulling out my keys. I mean, my keys half the time, I've snagged them on my key, not these ones particularly, but I've snagged mitts on my key rings before. And like, pulled little pieces out, and again, the Velcro. So, I mean, for me, ideally, the kind of inexpensive yarn seems to, because I mean, if I have to retire these in the end of the season and make a new pair, I mean, what, it cost me $5? So, so what are your thoughts on that? But these are, I love these. They're really nice. I made these and I adapted the pattern to have the rolled edge, because when it's really cold, I kind of pop them up and cover my fingers. So if I'm at the bus stop and it's really windy or something, I'll just kind of stand there and kind of roll them up, cover my fingers a little bit. But then in general wear, I will roll them down. And I like the little cuff. Makes it look a little more decorative. If you watched me last year, my last episodes, I made 3 pairs of these for the teachers, for Kids 2 teachers and then the karate teacher, in a gray. So I'm hoping they're enjoying them and like them. I didn't do the rolled though, I just kind of left it. But I screwed up the pattern because apparently I can't read, and I thought it was a 2x2 and it's not, it's a 2x1. So I actually did these the right way, and lo and behold, wow, the pattern made sense. So, but they all looked fine. So it was just one little minor, like I fixed, I kind of fudged the pattern when I came to the thumb area. So it was fine. So that's it for my finished objects. So on to my works in progress. I have my sock yarn blanket, which I haven't touched since about Christmas time. Like I added a few squares after my last podcast, and then it kind of went back into hibernation like it seems to do every year. But I don't know, I have intentions of pulling it out again. So I believe I marked where I left off. So hopefully I'm showing all these. But so this is Love Knots unicorn poop. That's what it was. This was my unicorn poop. I also have Jen's, a sample of hers, and this is what I used. No, this is Jen's. Mine was sparkly. So this is Jen's unicorn poop that we made our hitchhiker poop along last year. And then I don't know what most of these are. I think this was from Jen too. This one was not from, I don't know, maybe it was. I can't remember what's from who anymore. The purple one and the blue one. This one, oh yeah, I think these are all from Jen, the Creative Crafter, because I know this one is too. This is the Knit Picks Felici and the Glacier, I think. But look out, yeah, like I didn't even notice it until I was done knitting it, that it's actually 2 separate colors. And I remember her complaining about that they were way too close in color, which you can see it on the screen, but barely. I mean, you got like a little bit more blue in this one. It's a little more greeny, but boy, yeah, I didn't even notice until I was done knitting. I'm like, oh wow, those were 2 colors. So, blanket's coming along. So, hopefully I pull it out. I have this is the year of blankets, okay? This is what I'm stating this now. Oh, shoot. Which I have another pile of stash I need to grab, but totally forgot about it. So, I'll have to pause that in a few minutes for that. Kind of have both. I have 2 blankets going on right now, and I'm keeping them in my Nova Scotia bag that I got from my dad and his girlfriend when they went to Nova Scotia last summer. It's a nice sturdy canvas bag, so that is fitting both my blankets that I have concurrently going. But I will get to the other blanket in a moment. My New Year Waffle Socks. This is using the Waffle Pattern Socks by Wilma Becker, or Blueberry Waffles by, I don't know who that's by, but they're both the same, essentially. They're just a waffle pattern. Free pattern on Ravelry. I haven't been feeling the socks. I'm just so nervous about socks after the Christmas sock debacle with mine being too long. I'm kind of freaked out. and I'm reading everything about socks, and they're saying the general rule is 2 inches less than the length of your foot. The length of my foot is 10.5 inches. There is no way I'm knitting to 8.5 inches. That's way too long. I never knit to 8.5 inches. I go to the max 8. I've kind of aimed towards like 7.5. So, and that's with a little bit of stretch. You know, I kind of like stretch and measure, which they tell you not to stretch it either. So I'm just so nervous. So I put in a lifetime. I'm ready for the heel on this one. So I put in a lifeline, and then I just threw it back in the bag and said, okay, I don't know. So I need to work on the heel. I'm making these. These are a Yarn Twinsy project with Jen, the Uncreative Crafter. We are both using the waffle pattern, and we were both using our sock blanks from Gail's Art that we got at Rhinebeck 2017. Both of us are kind of not feeling it as much as we hoped. It's pretty, you know, the sock blank's pretty, but it's knitting up in such large chunks of color. You know, it's just not as exciting and stimulating, I guess, as some other blanks have been and some other yarns. But overall, but at least we had the pattern to go, you know, keep it a little interesting. She is done with her first sock, so I am lagging behind. But I just need to get the mojo back for that. And that is in my Northern Lights bag that I made. Fabric was from Jen. She wanted me to make her one, so I had enough to make 2. And she said that was fine for me to keep one, so. Let's see. No exploring here. So, the saga of the exploration station continues. So, last year, I believe, I'm pretty sure it was last year, I started the exploration station, and I pulled out a stash, and I think I called it like Stash Busting Exploration Station, and I just wasn't, like, I started it, I got like 3 or 4 wedges done, and which is still pretty small. I wasn't 100% feeling it. There was just this one color that stuck out to me that I didn't really like, you know, and looking back at it now, it probably would have been fine. I think I'm just being too picky, but I just, again, if I'm going to spend all that time on a project, I gotta love it, and I didn't love it. So I ripped it out, and then I thought, okay, well, I just really needed to replace that one color. Well, I swapped and swapped some colors around, and then tried that, and it still didn't work. So I decided to do a free or fade instead, with three of the colors that I had flipped and flopped. So this is Free or Fade by Andrea Mowry. She is the Find Your Fade lady, the fade lady that fades everything. Paid pattern on Ravelry. This still is a little bit outside of my comfort zone, just a touch, but I think it's going to be fine. It's too late now, it's going to be fine because I'm kind of almost done. So the first color is kind of like the pop color, and then it kind of blends into 2 colors that go together. All the colors go together, but maybe that should have been the middle color, I don't know. But so I start off with the Knit Picks Hawthorne Speckle, Aquatic Speckle, and it moves into, which again, maybe I should have switched these 2 colors around, but I don't know, maybe not. That goes into the Hawthorne, Knit Picks Hawthorne Alberta Arts. So, you know, it's got the teal in here that picks up the teal and the purple here. And then it goes into, so this one, like, kind of, I mean, it's noticeable. It's a noticeable difference, but it definitely blends a little smoother. It's not as obvious as this. So it's kind of got that weird pop at the end, but I think once I wear it, it's going to be fine. But it's going into the 3rd color, which is the 100 Ravens in the, I can never say it, Ayachos base, in the Bacante colorway. It's purple. Kind of tonal purple. The light's kind of bad in here, but it's just a very long boomerang asymmetrical style shawl, so it's getting too big for the needles, but I guess this would be the top here. So picture it getting to a triangle at the bottom there. And yeah, I'm almost done, really. I got this much yarn left, so yeah, I mean, I've got like half a ball left still. I used like, I have like 2 grams left maybe of the middle color, because these were smaller skeins, the Hawthorne. The first skein, I still got a good chunk left because it didn't use as much, but yeah, it used up the whole center one. I don't even have enough for a mini, I don't think, for me at least. I could probably send it to Jen because she uses smaller minis. Or it may not even be enough for her. It might go in my scrappy sock pile. So, so this has been consuming my knitting time. I kind of dropped the socks and went wild on this and have made very good progress. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing that. So I just have just a few more repeats of the section repeats, and then the picot bind off, which I'm not looking forward to. They look nice, but they're a pain. And that's going to take me a couple days, or it'll probably take me 2 sessions of bind off because there's so many stitches. So, and that is in my Star Wars bag by, I think, Quilting Cousins. I don't know, I got it from Tanya. So, nice little box bag that I am enjoying. And it fits, yeah, these multiple skein projects, it fits nicely in here. Pattern tucks in there, so. So that is that, and that's it. So again, I'm calling that no exploring here because no more exploration station. So on to crochet. So this is where my other blanket comes in. So yes, I haven't done crochet in a while, but this is Emily's blanket that I started like 2 years ago. And I decided, wow, I really should work on this. And wow, it's gonna take me forever. Like when I last had measured it before I put it down, it was like 22 inches, and now I'm at like 32 inches square. And my goal is to get to like 65. So I mean, I'm making progress, but it's just slow progress. And I've made a mistake in here already, which is not terribly noticeable, but let's see if I can find it. That's right, yeah, right here. I think, okay, so it goes, the pattern goes black, pink, white, pink, black, pink, white, pink. So I accidentally did black. Black, pink, white, pink, black, pink. So I have an extra, I screwed up the pattern there, but again, in the long run, is it really going to be that noticeable? Not really. I mean, you can see the 2 blacks are kind of close together, but Emily's never going to notice. It's a design feature. It proves it's handmade. What can I say? I'm not ripping it out. That's all I can say. So, and this has been living in my Nova Scotia bag on top of my mini skein blanket. So this has just been the blanket bag. So I'm on the black. It is size I hook. This is just, so the pink yarn was a Mother's Day present 2 years ago, and it was just a Super Saver, big giant Super Saver bundle of yarn from Emily, so that's why it's using it for Emily's blanket. And then I bought a black and a white. Can't remember what brand they are anymore, Bernat maybe. Because I thought those would look good together. So, and I'm trying to make her a nice big blanket that she can keep as a keepsake and actually use as an, you know, as a person, as an adult. Because, you know, I could easily just make it a kid-size blanket, but then what good is that going to be for the future? So if I make it something that I would like to cuddle with, then she can use it forever, and she likes big blankets. So that is that. And that's all I got for crochet. But I do, since I'm making a blanket for Emily, well, of course, I have to make a blanket for David, right? So I haven't started yet, but I have an idea in mind that we'll talk about in the stash. So I will go over the stash I have here, and then I will pause and come back with the stash that I forgot. So I have a lot of stash because it was Christmas, and I got some Christmas presents that I purchased for myself, and a couple other things. So I'm sorry for some crinkling that there will be, but I didn't take them out of the bag. I placed an order on Knit Picks for my Christmas present. And I ordered the, what was it called? It doesn't say. Oh, the Felici Fingering Fall 2017 Value Pack. 2 of them. So I ordered, did I order 2 packs? I think I ordered, I don't remember. Anyways, I ordered a value pack of Felici that I either ordered 1 or 2. I think I ordered 2 because of each value pack basically came with 1 of each of the fall colors that they had. So I ordered 2 so that I'd have enough to make socks with all of them. So I will, so we have Goth Kitty, which some pink and grays. So I got 2 of each. We got hibiscus. These are all very pretty colors, so I'm very excited. It's the foliage just is so bright and knits up so nice, and the stripes are entertaining, so it was worth it. And again, it was Christmas. We got made in Italy. That seems new. And I did not know it was made in Italy. Anyways, tree house. Nice greens and blues there. Greenish blues. Let's see, we got Hawaiian shirt. So we got blue and yellow. Hopscotch, another one with pinks and bright colors. And lastly, which these, I might save this for Jim, pair of socks for him, Spaceman. So we got grays and browns. So nice, good manly color. And for the most part, it looks like they match dye lots, so that's always good. And then I don't have the order of these. I'm gonna have to look it up. But I ordered the fade pack. It was let's see, does it say what it was? No, it does not. But it was a Hawthorne fade pack. So essentially, and I'm questioning whether I'm going to do it again or not, but I still potentially want to. But it is a Find Your Fade kit. And yeah, I forgot what order they go in. And again, I almost wonder if they looked better on screen than they do now, because you know how sometimes the colors aren't quite the same. But there's a brief bit that I'll show them. So we got Hawthorne fingering and Willamette. And so they're all kind of purpley blues because I like purple and blue. Goddess kettle dye. So yeah, that one's really pretty. It's really dark purple, really deep purple. So that, I know that's going to be either the first or the last color. Guarantee that. And this is that's probably the last color. This is probably the first color. This is blueberry speckle. So this is just like the aquatic speckle, except for more blues. Goose Hollow. See, this looks a little too blue. It's definitely more purpley than it's looking on the screen, but it definitely is bluer. But there's blues in here too, so I don't know. Alameda. This is, yeah, I guess so. Okay, it's purple and blue. It looked more purple on the screen as far as ordering. So I'm not disappointed, but I'm just, I don't know. This one is Abernathy. You got the nice teal pop in there. And that doesn't seem to fit with me. The teal, I think that's throwing me off there. Nothing else has teal in it, like that kind of teal. So, and then the last one, which is actually really pretty on its own too. Slate kettle dye, so it's grays. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to make a fade or if I'm going to do something else with them. But they were all pretty colors. The kit was pretty affordable. And again, it was a Christmas present, so why not? Oh, here we go. Fog Bank Fade Hawthorne Fingering Value Pack. Fog Bank. So I'm going to have to look that up and see what order they had it in and see if maybe there's anybody that's used that. So if not, there'll be just other shawls and socks coming out of that. So I can easily pair 2 or 3 together to make another. Maybe I could find things for an exploration station in that one. That's something to think about. I bet you I could do that a lot easier. And there's a lot of I have a lot of multiple color shawls that are on my wish list to make and stuff. So that was Christmas Stash Part 1, and then Christmas Stash Part 2 was, I got 2 sets of Knitter's Pride knit blockers. So these are those like blocking combs essentially. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but basically you have all your pins stuck in a row, like into like a comb that you can block with. So I'm excited about that, and I figured I'd get 2 because, again, Christmas present, and you get 12 big ones, 8 little ones. So I figured with something like my Free Your Fade that's going to require a lot of pins, I might need 2 sets. So 2 sets of those, so I'm excited to use those when I come to blocking. And I don't know if I had mentioned on any of my previous podcasts, but I picked up, just happened to be right here under the bed, I picked up a set of alphabet foam tiles, and like literally I bought it for like $5 or something on Craigslist, whatever, Facebook shop groups or whatever, for blocking. So those have worked out really well. So because I usually just block it on a towel on my floor, the pins of course don't stick very well, so that one I can set it outside, I can set it inside. Like if in the summer I like to block outside because the sun like literally it like dries things within like a half an hour. But yeah, those have been working out really well. So I'm actually looking forward to blocking my For Your Fade, so I can pull out my foam tiles and check out my new blockers and see how that works. Because I always get like, you know, the waviness because I don't put enough pins in because I'm impatient and I don't want to put 100 pins in. So that's that. And other Christmas stash, sort of Christmas stash, I won a gift card to Hue Loco. She had her Advent drawings and giveaways and stuff, and she had a giveaway for a $100 gift card. And I won one! So I hemmed and hawed a lot on what to get. She had a section called One Pot Wonders, and they were $25. So I could get 4 of them. So I thought, okay, I'm going to plan for, I had a couple shawls, again, multicolor shawls I was thinking about. But her One Pot Wonder set was very specific. You know, there's not a ton of choices, but they were all very kind of wild for the most part. So I played around with that for a bit and just couldn't settle. So then I said, well, why don't I just get 4 skeins of one color? And I kind of poked around a bit and decided, hey, I could make a fingering sweater, a flax light is what I have in mind. I can make a flax light by Tin Can Knits with 4 skeins of fingering. I shouldn't have a problem. I've talked to a couple people that made it, and Sarah, the Canadian knitter, she said she used 3. And I can't remember what size she might have made the same size that I was considering. But I am gonna have to add for a little length, so I'm hoping 4 skeins should be plenty. According to the chart, it should be enough. So crossing my fingers. If not, it's gonna have to be I'll have to modify the sleeves to be, you know, 3/4 length or whatever. But anyways, and I flip-flopped on colors because there were some wild colors on there, but I was like, okay, if I'm making a sweater, I really probably should stick to something kind of neutrally. So this has a little more yellow than I expected, to be honest, but again, I think it'll be fine. But it's a very neutrally colored grays and browns, some yellows. So I'm hoping it looks okay on me. I don't know. I think it'll be fine. But it's called Road Trip. On the Phyllis sock base. 75/25 superwash, merino, nylon. 460 yards per 100 grams. So, yeah, I will, my intention is to knit a flax light for my Rhinebeck sweater. And this is what I will try. So I need to really figure out how to make a functional sweater that I'll actually wear more than one time. Because so far every sweater I've made, which has only been 2, I've only really worn like once. And I haven't been really happy with them completely. I mean, I've been okay with them, but not super happy. And then the other sweater that I started, I ripped out because it was not working out at all. So that was from Hue Loco. And that was an awesome freebie. So, almost last is my oops purchase that, you know, I'm at the local grocery store and things just sometimes fall into your cart that you just don't realize, and And you get home and like, oh, where did that come from, right? So I couldn't help but pass up. This is the Lion brand Mandala yarn. It is a light 3, which is what? I don't know. Is that considered DK? Probably, but it looks pretty close to a fingering, to be honest, but it might be a heavy, I don't know, that it seems like a fingering. Anyways, it's a light, it says light 3, which I think isn't a worsted 4, or am I mistaken on that? But anyways, it is in the Chimera colorway, and just another one of those crazy cake things, gradient cakes. And I thought about making a twinsy in this. 150 grams. Yeah, and I bought 2 of them. I probably could have got away with just 1, but I bought 2. So I might make a twinsy with 1. Or I'll find a project that I can use both. I don't know. Make another large something or other. But I thought they were fun, so why not? And again, you know, what is it? It's acrylic. Relatively inexpensive, so just having some fun. Okay, now it's time. I have to pause to get my final stash. Okay, I'm back. Sitting on the floor really hurts my legs. So, mental note, please don't sit on the floor anymore. So, I decided I wanted to make a blanket for David, but I also want to make a blanket for me and my husband. You know, I've hemmed and hawed on how many skeins to buy. As much as I'd love to make like a full-size comforter size blanket, I don't think that was in the cards particularly, especially since I don't know if how I'm gonna like it and how it's gonna turn out and all that stuff. So I opted for a pretty largish throw, and they were having a sale on the Bernat blanket yarn, which I love the yarn. I usually make the little rabbits out of them. And I thought, how fun would that be to make a blanket out of blanket yarn for David, who he loves his red bunny that I made for him out of that blanket yarn, and I thought, okay, that'd be fun. This is also kind of a Christmas present because I used Christmas money that I had gotten. So I bought, I don't even remember how many skeins I bought in here, but there is a giant garbage bag full of yarn on my bed, so I'm not going to take them all out. So I bought like 6 or 7 of these. So it's Bernat blanket, and it is in the Teal Dreams. And yeah, I knew he liked blue, and I gave him a choice of like 2 different blues, and he picked this one. And I like this one too. So, and my goal is to crochet it, and that's the plan. Yeah, I mean that's my plan because I crochet's faster, so I bought a couple hooks. Larger hooks. So this says it requires an L. I think I bought an L and an M. And I think I did a sample with one of them. And it's just going to be real simple, like double crochet the whole thing. I did a little sample. I liked it. Can't remember which hook I used anymore though, so I don't know if I used the bigger hook or the smaller hook. But ideally, if I use the bigger hook and double crocheted, it should move pretty fast. So, and then for blanket for Gemini, I added another skein or 2, so whatever I ordered for David, 6 or 7, I did like 8 or 9 for blanket for Gemini, so that's a little bit bigger. Plan is the same, and this is the silver steel color in the Bernat blanket, but they were on sale, had coupons, so everything out the door was under $100 I think. So 2 blankets for $100 in terms of knit crafting are pretty affordable. So in terms of buying a blanket at the store, no, not really, but that's okay. So that is all my stash, and I won't have stash again probably for a while because that was a lot, so I'm good. I still need to photograph all these to get them on Ravelry, but I like to photograph from outside because I like the natural lighting, but it's just been cold and snowy, so that has not been an option. And right now it's raining, so it's still not an option. So I might have to just break down and photograph them on the table, which I have half of my stash is photographed on the table too, so it's fine. But I do like it. I do like it outside. I do have plans in my head that I really need to go find somebody to help me photograph my knitwear. I'd like to wear it and get pictures taken, but for me to take pictures of myself wearing it will take me forever. So I just really need somebody to man the camera. You know, preferably someone who has a little bit of knowledge of photography, so that, you know, they know how to use the camera and can frame me well enough. But you know, even if they don't, I really just need someone to push the button so that I can edit them later. But I don't know, I probably should wait till spring when the weather's nicer, but I don't know. I have some friends that I could tap up to ask, spend a day with to play around. But yeah, I mean, because I'd like to get some better pictures of my fade. You know, I got some nice pictures of it laying flat, but I don't have any pictures of me wearing it much. Same with like my twinsy shawl. I didn't get really any pictures of me in it. And most of my knitwear, I don't have pictures of me wearing it. It's just pictures of it hanging, because that's all I can do by myself. So I could ask my husband. He's done that for me before, but I do feel bad asking him a little bit, because I don't know, it's not like something he would enjoy doing particularly. So that's that. Where's my notes? Oh, life in review. Oh, life's a pain in the butt. I don't know, it's fine. Things are good. Things are just busy. Kids are good, but they're busy. We got karate, we got homework, we got just family outings and things to do. The house constantly needs to be cleaned and blah 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 blah. So anybody that's got a family and knows anyone who lives knows what I'm talking about. So I don't know, this time of year is just rough. It's cold, it's dreary, it's gray. So it's hard to get the motivation to get up and moving. We are calorie counting again, which blows. Okay, I mean, there's no doubt. There's nothing, no sugarcoating here. It sucks. I mean, I just want to pig out on everything, and I don't want to have to pay attention to what I'm eating, but I can't, because then I start gaining weight. I gained a lot of weight over Christmas. Husband gained a lot of weight over Christmas, because we just like, because that's what you do, because you go to parties and you go to cookie exchanges, and you know, and you're overwhelmed. So what do? You eat. So we ate a lot over Christmas, and it tasted wonderful, but now we're paying for it. So I need to figure out how to work out more. I've been doing karate, of course. I did take a bit of a hiatus on karate over Christmas, because it's just, again, from October through December, it's chaotic. So, you know, I kind of hit or missed if I went. I have karate tonight. Again, it's going to be it's going to cause me trouble to leave the house and go, because it's dark and it's late and it's cold, but I will go. I do need to finish my laundry, because currently my uniform is in the washing machine, so need to get that out. I've been taking the kids to karate, and Emily's, again, it's hard to fit in practicing that at home, because it's like we just don't have a lot of time. She goes twice a week as it is, so then the days she doesn't go, she kind of wants a break, you know, but we really need to fit it in over the weekend at least to try to practice, and I need to practice because I haven't been practicing either, so then I get there and I'm kind of like all over the place, so yeah. I'm looking forward to the retreat, which isn't until June, so I'm trying to think of what else we have going on that's exciting. Nothing. So there's really not a lot to look forward to, so that doesn't help either. We're hoping to plan some vacations, but not until later in the summer and the fall. So hopefully we can come up with some small trips or something, because like I need to get away. So so that's it. That's life. I will keep plugging along on my fade. Hopefully I'll pick up my socks again, and I can have something to show off next week or in 2 weeks. So if I have stuff next week, I will record next week. If I don't, then I will do 2 weeks. So with that, I hope you all get to craft all the things, and have a good week or two. Bye.